Many players are looking forward to the PokeMMO Halloween event, myself included, and today we just got a kind of surprising update from Q. This was posted an hour ago on the PokeMMO forums, and I've gone through it to give you a condensed version of the information. That way you don't have to look through and read every single line. If you would like to, I will leave a link in the description, so you can go check this out yourself, as it does have some pretty cool information. So first, to kick things off, the biggest thing that this forum post speaks on is the Halloween event. Now, it announces actually that the PokeMMO Halloween event is going to happen next week. I don't know if it's the start of next week or if it's a week from the time this was posted. That's kind of what I'm assuming. But again, I'll make sure to cover all of this the minute it all drops. So that is huge news in and of itself. Up next, we do have the Gen 9 move changes. If you click on this, there's a huge list. There's a lot of cool moves that were added, I know, that are going to be competitively viable. I know Torterra and Empoleon are also two to look at, with different abilities and things being added in the game. But if you just want a condensed version, simply reading this here, new TMs have been added here. Shiftry got a cool ability that eats moves like Whirlwind, Blizzard, Sandstorm, Twister. Really kind of cracked in my opinion. I guess we'll see how that goes for PvP. Empoleon got competitive, Illuminate prevents accuracy and ignores target's evasion, different things like that. Feel free to read through that yourself. One of the biggest things I wanted to talk about today is actually the Ho-Oh rematch. Many players, whenever Johto was released, were hoping that there would be some kind of like rematch or replayability for like boss battles and things like that. So this is something that the community, I can see them getting really excited about. They also did add a new item called Legendary Lures, where every time you defeat Ho-Oh, and no, it's a more powerful version of Ho-Oh, it's not a copy-paste fight. Every time you defeat the more powerful version of Ho-Oh, you will actually get a bundle of Rainbow Quills and Legendary Lures. This increases your chance of finding a roaming legendary for a short time. Now, another big update is that they did add a new team or new teams for Red. There's special effects that they all have and different builds. That way it's going to get rid of things like the Wobbuffet strategy, in my opinion. Who knows, it may work. Again, whenever this all drops, I'll make sure to cover it. But moving on to more cosmetic-themed things, the Ghostly Hat and Hex Cloak have been added to the shop as featured items. They also have this little black cat here and the bats as particle effects you can purchase. One thing to note is that the Hex Cloak is actually colorable. I bought a green one. You can make some super cool different color combos and outfits with the Hex Cloak. I would definitely recommend looking at it. The next thing I want to say and point out is actually in the bug fixes. Down here, you can see it actually says it fixed an issue where hordes were lured by Sweet Scent would not have their odds weighted correctly. Now, to me, this is actually kind of a big deal. If it means what I think it means, they're basically changing the way lure encounters work, where whenever you Sweet Scent, normally it's, 50-50 split or 100% counter, things like that. However, if there is a 50-50 split or two encounters on the table, if I'm understanding this correctly, it will have a higher chance of pulling the more common horde. What I mean by that is if there are a horde of Zubats and a horde of Larvitar, or obviously Larvitar is a harder to find Pokemon, more rare, and so it would actually be pulling more Zubats instead of Larvitars. So this could be a big issue for a lot of shiny hunting. It could really throw a wrench in things, or it could actually add a cool rarity system to horde hunting now. They also did go ahead and add Draco Meteor to Hydreigon, which is super cool. I'm sure it's going to be super helpful in the Halloween boss fight. We don't have details on that, but I'm assuming, something with a special attack stat as high as Hydreigon, getting Draco Meteor is kind of nuts. The other change I did want to point out is that Luvdisc's held item chance is actually being lowered here. This is going to, honestly, in my opinion, be a good change. Farming heart skills was pretty easy, and it's a quick way to make cash. But this way, it actually makes building competitive Pokemon or adding moves and getting rid of moves a little bit harder and more of a sacrifice. I actually like that kind of grindy aspect in games, so to me, this is a good change. I'm sure it's going to cause a lot of uproar in the community, but I guess we'll see. If you keep scrolling, you're just going to see a lot of bug fixes, especially with mobile. I know that's going to be super nice. As I've played on mobile a lot, there have been a few times it's crashed, and, it gets kind of frustrating to play. That experience is kind of hard for people who maybe don't have a PC, so the fact that they have some updates on that is actually super exciting. And then the last thing down here, a few changes. The one most notable in my opinion is that they added a confirmation when purchasing really large stacks of items. This is kind of nice that they added. It should have been implemented at Johto, but I'm happy that they caught on to it now. But yeah, that's basically it for this forum post. A lot of fun, exciting things to look forward to. I'm personally super excited for the Halloween event. I'm actually really interested in, again, how they change the horde encounters, or if that's actually how it will work. I'm really excited to see what that will do to the game and what that will do to the economy. But leave a comment down below what your favorite change is, what you're doing to prepare for the Halloween season, and I will catch you guys the minute that the update drops.